Attorney General Sessions has ordered the Justice Department to review the reformed agreements that the Obama administration made with the police department across the country in the latest move to boost law enforcement morale and independence. Well, now you're about to hear from 3 ministers in Denver, Colorado, who is going to give you their opinion in regards to the decision that Attorney Jeff Sessions has made in this order.
This is deep. Now, when talking to Stephanie O'Malley, when I talked to her about this whole thing, she said, well, Rev, you know, that we have never had to go that route because, you know, the Black and Latino community in Denver have been able to reach us, and we're working with them. And I said, I understand that. But the bottom line is, with those kind of historical agreements being put in place, that can become contagious, with or without Obama in the House. But if Jeff Sessions comes in and begins to say to these local police, well, you don't have to do this anymore because we're not going to fuss with you about it anymore. In other words, he's going to tell the Department of Justice, back away.
Pastor Dewberry asked me to speak on this matter. When I began to read what he sent me, because it was only a couple days ago, I was very much disturbed. When I heard about Jeff Sessions' action, I began to think about, well, the misconduct of officers across this globe and the civil rights violations that they have actually caused on people that they say that they serve and protect. Such as, if you think about, go back for a minute, think about the young man that was punched 6 times in the face and it was videoed by a police officer right here in Denver. And in the same instance, his girlfriend was right there, and I believe she was 7 months pregnant at that time. She was either tripped or literally pushed down at that particular time. And you don't think that those types of behaviors are not misconduct or any violations of civil rights were violated at that time? He wants to revisit. I want to revisit too. I want to revisit the countless deaths that has happened by police officers under the administration of Colorado, where no charges have been filed in cases like Jesse Hernandez, Ryan Riccio, Michael Marshall, Marvin Booker, or even the misconduct of an entire investigation of a man which served 28 years for a crime that he did not commit. And that was the case of Clarence Moses L. And, you know, I also see destruction of the duo team, number 45, and his sidekick, you know, Mr. Sessions. Revisits will open the actual jails and prison doors across this country to compound the interest for their actual stakeholders by warehousing more people of color than ever before. If you want to give the cops independence and boost their morale, why can't you give the people that are coming back into from mass incarceration their independence and boost their morale? But I guess they don't fall into Sessions or number 45's line of sight. Whenever there's an allegation of misconduct or civil rights being violated by the officers in the state of Colorado, I believe that an investigation shall continue to be sought. Charges should be filed. They should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law and not dictated by just because they wear a badge. And if they are to gain our trust, not only here in Colorado, but across this country, these things have to be put in place because they actually use the words on their cars, in their literatures, that they say that they protect and they serve. I kind of have a hard time seeing that right now with this administration. There is over 2.5 million people right now in prison. Denver County Jail holds about 2,400 people, and they're talking about their overcrowding. Now, I can't multiply that across the state because I don't have a calculator right here, but that is a problem. If we're talking about overcrowding, there are people sitting in there that could be another Moses Clarence or Clarence Moses L. There are people sitting in there that don't have bond, that they can't make that The morale and the independence. That should be across America, because they say in our constitutional preamble, we are the people. But we can't be the people if this administration is going to go back and try to rewrite what our excellent President of the United States put into place. It is just my mission. That is what I stand on. I do appreciate you giving me the
appreciate you coming.
and being able to just at least speak that part.
Yes,
Thank you.
Trumpism is a philosophy and ideology that is steeped and grounded within white supremacy and the 1% having power and influence over the rest of us. America was not founded upon nothing but racism. So it's found how they got slavery into our system, which has polluted and messed up our entire system. Systematically, we now have a tremendous disease within our country that cannot be cured. There's no cure for racism. So we keep trying to appeal to the conscience and to the goodwill of Jeff Sessions and of our president, but that's not possible. The problem is to divide, to get white folks to begin to act crazy against African Americans, therefore everybody else again. The second problem is tokenism, whereby they find Negroes that's going to discredit anyone who would dare say that these folks are racist and what they're doing. Because I have these folks in my cabinet and I love black people, I'm not a racist. The third one, after they get the tokens in place, then we know that they come with massive incarceration, with hyper-policing and police states and all of that. And we don't need, I don't believe that, I believe we need community policing. I believe in our ability to police with the help of police departments on a limited basis, our own selves, our own communities. And the only way to get this taken care of is we got to come back to our own economic agenda, our own economic plan, whereby we come together and we collectively use our resources in order to empower ourselves. Then we can begin to not buy their products and services. Because when you begin to hit them in the pocketbook, now they don't care about us in the streets and hollering and screaming.